The issue. Okay. Here we go. All right. So now we are live. And what I was thinking I was doing, hi everyone. Okay, let's start it as if it's starting now, right? Because that's how it's going to be later. Now we are really starting. Hi everyone, I'm Holy Teaspoon, and we're going to do a little check in with our first tournament. Yeah, take two, Big Al. First tournament on the async server. Post production. I'm getting editing advice from the one and only Big Al Cappuccino right now. That's what's going on, and he's teaching me the craft because I don't know what I'm doing. But with me are people who also maybe don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Say hi, y'all.
We were all muted. Hello.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. So what we're gonna do now is I have the Discord chart. So I know y'all prepared some. Let me pour some sparkling water because I can't. I got my squeaky wheel and I got my sparkling water. That's my signature marks. Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a little bit of a taste of what's going on with our tournament. We have 6 games. This was kind of a first come first serve, so not ideal generally. So we only have 36 player. We already had a lot of people who are like, how can I join? Let's also let you see all the unmuted channels of our glorious Discord. Now you can see how the admins see it with a gazillion channels and categories and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to check in with each of these crazy 6 games. They are 148 through 153. We have representatives for 5 of the games, right? We are missing 152. Am I right? I am.
The lack of confirmation speaks volumes.
I think we're missing reps for 2 of the games.
I will have to represent 149. I was hoping beyond hope someone would come and talk to me, but they're like, Big Al is in the chat, so
I believe in you.
He's hearing the fizz. Maybe Big Al can contribute. I don't know. He's always everywhere. I don't know how that's got. How does he do it? I don't know. Let's ping 152. So here's what I thought. I know you prepared some screenshot. I know Susan messaged them to me, so that'd be easy to do. If you all have it that you can DM me, that's fine. If you want to send the links, I can also jump into the channel for your game to show what's going on. But what I thought would be fun is we are actually kind of nearing the end of most of the games. I think that'll be fun to see. Here we go. Liver Squash is already sending me the images. We'll kind of get the story, a super prejudiced story of each game.
That's exactly right.
That's what I want. That's what I thought we can provide, because we don't have anything else, right?
There's no journalistic integrity.
Yeah, and why would there be? Because, how do you stream an async game, right? You can't. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to stream an async game. So I'm just pinging game 152, representative of your game on the screen. Board with tech for the sole win. Thank you, board. Right, I'm getting a live update on my game 149, where my son is also named Board, has been keeping us on the edge of our seat with his strategy card pick for round 4. I'll let you all know about this in a moment on the stream. So what I thought is, I don't know if you're not watching the stream, right? Can I show you the screen here on the Discord?
I am watching the stream.
Yeah,
Big Al can join. Yeah, Big Al, you'll come talk about our game. Why would I do this? There we go. He is here.
Yo.
How you doing, Big Al?
Yeah, pretty good. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm upwardly mobile, but we'll see if we can make it work.
Big Al, you have done something extremely horrible for a stream. You know what you did?
What did I do?
You have reduced the number of viewers by 25%.
Sorry.
It's crushing.
It is crushing. Let's just introduce. Let's have everyone say hi, because I am not a professional, so I haven't been doing it right. But I just said say hello, but nobody can know who's speaking when. So I said I'm Holy Teaspoon. I play in game 149 with Big Al. Big Al, say hi.
Hey, how are we all doing? 149 playing as the reliable soul.
So not much plastic on the board. We'll get to that soon. And representing 148, we have Liver Squatch. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi, Liver
I'm playing
Squatch.
the Nalu Collective.
And the Nalu Collective, infamous for some supports. If is that the game? Oh,
Maybe.
that's Susan. Maybe. All right. We have game repping game 150 Torin.
That's me. I am also representing the illustrious Nalu Collective,
Holy
although
moly!
slightly fewer supports.
Nalu has been popular in this tournament for sure. It's like for a month I've seen no Nalu anywhere, and now they're in every game. Game 151, the infamous death-filled game represented by Susan.
Hey, completely justified everything that's happening in that game. I am playing the Mighty Titans.
The Mighty Titan. And is Mechatol still unpicked in this game?
Mechatol is pristine and unclaimed. It is a
Jesus
nature
Christ.
preserve. No one.
Unsullied.
Unsullied. No spoilers. All right. Is it round 3?
We are entering round 4.
Round 4. Yeah.
That being
Unprecedented.
Mechatol for the 10th point. Custodes for the win.
Yeah, we'll see if it's going to be the 10th point. Can't wait to hear about that.
I mean, top point is 5 currently in our game, so yeah, it'll be a while before it gets to that.
Yeah.
How long will the truth last?
I gambled for that game to end first. How wrong was I? We're still waiting. Maybe we can find someone for game 152 to jump in. But last, definitely not least, representing 153 is R-Wise.
Hey yo, what's up?
R-Wise, lovely to have y'all here. So I'm going to do it random style. I'm going to have our dice cord bot randomly pick one of the games to start. So we're going to not do it in order. And we're actually starting with 153. So great that we did that. R-Wise, what's up? How is your game going?
It's going great.
It's going great. Who are you playing in the game? Let's start with that, maybe.
So I'm Caleris, the Council Caleris. We also have Ghosts. Let me bring it up. Ghosts are played by G Baby, and we have Mentak, unfortunately sitting next to me, DJ38. We've got Cypher playing Soul, and M. Duval playing Titans, and Robin Lambert as Nalu.
Oh, the original Robin Lambert. Robin Lambert. Yes, yes. I am looking at this is round 2 is the earliest status cleanup. I guess it's the first one, right? So let's see if I can switch to that one.
I think we're on round 3 now.
Yes, right. But I'm looking at an earlier stage at the end of round 1. To see what's going on here. So, yeah, Mentak right here at the bottom. So tell us what happened. Maybe how did it start? How was the atmosphere from the beginning? Maybe.
It's pretty boat floaty. The objectives are kind of control objectives, so there was some back and forth. Right now we've got the tech specs, the attachments, and also make history for the anomalies or legendary. But people have managed to mostly share. There was a bit of conflict or miscommunication, but no real anger or bloodbaths.
All right. It would appear that maybe you have taken custodian. Is that the case?
Yes.
So how did they allow you to do that?
So I bought a wormhole from the ghosts and used Grav Drive because I have a wormhole next to me. So there had been a wormhole on Mechatol. I forget what the deal was in order to do that, but it was something that was fair.
Fair, right? Yeah. I'm going to have a chat with G Baby about it, just to hear it later. All right. So where are you at right now? You said you're about round 3. This is your status cleanup. So did you finish? So this is the begin. This was the beginning of round 3. I see. Saul has taken Mechatol.
Yeah, Sol got Imperial Point and Mechatol.
And
And
Mentak found Shard.
yes, Mentek got Shard, and we're just ending the agenda phase. I had politics. I'm doing my usual kind of stupid speaker control, which I like to try to do, and I put economic equality on top, and remarkably, it went 4, even though DJ is about to get mirror computing as Mentek.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of wild.
So so we're looking at the game on the stream. I hope everyone's seeing that. Yeah, it seems all right. Um, it seems to me so no slice for old Titans. It seems like this is currently you and Mentak are kind of tied in the lead,
Yeah,
and we have a very sad Nalu there.
yeah. I think
What have you
that's
done to
part
my
of.
boy Robin?
Yeah, I think G Baby slapped them out of Cormand round 1. Just they didn't really talk it over, and so that kept Robin from scoring round 1.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also Nalus, so whatever. They've got the 0. It doesn't matter, as long as they kind of catch up, they can get to 10 first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they're currently a little bit behind. I'm worried for my boy Robin. Um, what else? Any juicy moments you can tell us that have happened? I can see the boat floating here in Sealdry, Zanhack, some stake your claim sharing in Centauri Graal.
Yeah,
Wormholes all over the place. Tarman has never been taken. That's pristine.
yeah. We got a Virgin Tarman. Um, it's we had Ixthian go off the first agenda, but it went the boom way, not the tech way.
Mm.
And so I lost some plastic, and Ghost lost some plastic. That also, I think, would have been a disaster for the table because it would have given Mentech mirror computing even faster. But as much as I tried to, kind of deflect towards Mentech, the table doesn't seem too worried about them. I think I have a tendency to complain too much, and then people think I'm making stuff up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it definitely. So you have, let's say, 30 seconds for propaganda. Tell
Yeah.
us how horrible Mentak is.
Well, I mean, they're gonna be in an unstoppable position with infinite trade goods and their hero making them unslayable.
And they have
But
the shard. Yeah.
yeah, I'm basically playing the cops, and they're the robbers, so we know who's in the right and who's in the wrong.
We sure do.
All right. Any? Let's turn to our panel. We have a panel of experts. Any questions for our wise?
How did that Titans cruiser end up over Rex in round 1 after you had already taken Rex?
I think that was just a deal, so that they could so that they could make history. I
Ah.
forget how they got there. Maybe Grav Drive, or it could have been wormhole shenanigans.
Yeah, there's a wormhole right here on the alpha. They could have had warfare. I
Yeah,
don't know.
G Baby has been very generous with the IFF. So wormholes are popping up everywhere. I'm excited to see when heroes get unlocked and the board starts moving around.
Yeah, well, what I think about this game is this is a great argument against capitalism because that's a clear example of boat floating where some boats float higher. I'm looking at
Mhm.
the score track and I'm worried for my buddies G Baby and Robin. I'm not worried for DJ. DJ seems okay.
Is it a cautionary tale about boat floating or a cautionary tale about Mentok?
Uh, I don't know. I think he did. I think we heard enough. They did enough propaganda anti-Mentak, so I can do the anti-capitalist propaganda. Uh, but we'll get to boat the boat floating bonanza with 149. We'll see what happens there. All right. Thank you so much, Awise. That was beautiful. Let's see where we
Yeah,
go.
thank you.
Let's see where we go from here. Oops, this is the wrong one. Which is the next game? So, I'm 148, 149, 51, and 152. Oh, Bam Bam can do it. Yes, join us, Bam Bam. Would love to hear Bam Bam. All right, 152.
Well, look at that.
Right in the time. Come on, Bam Bam.
Bam, bam.
You're up now.
What an unpleasant surprise.
I know, but the dice don't lie, folks. We do. I mean, they do lie, but no, they don't lie. I'm going to stick with it. Dice don't lie. Good visuals. All right, you're up now. Where is Bam Bam? You should come to this channel.
Oh no, this is terrible. Okay, whenever Bam Bam writes anything in the Discord, I hear it in Larry David's voice, and now I'm going to know what their actual voice sounds like.
That is.
It's gonna ruin it for me.
That is very regrettable. Bam Bam.
Yeah, I don't sound like Larry David. It's unfortunate.
Bam Bam, how are you doing? You all should silence this stream if I hear this.
Yeah, really.
Doing well. Doing well.
All right. So you are here repping game 150.
Oh, I need to silence the stream? My bad. Hold on a second. There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I hear you? There we go.
You should hear us in the
Discord.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm all set. Yeah. How y'all doing?
We are doing pretty well. Drinking some bubbly water, and you're up to tell us about your game. So who are you playing? 152.
I'm playing as Titans. We have a lot of honestly pretty strong factions at the table. At least aggressive war factions. We have L1, Barony. I'm just going around the table. Titans, Soul, Argent, and Yin.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it's been pretty peaceful. Unfortunately, Yin has had a really tough go of it. They were not able to score, I think, for the first 2 rounds.
Familiar story.
Yeah, just with the control objectives that we've had.
Truth. Wyatt, get the Curb theme music ready at least. Yeah, you should curb your enthusiasm theme music. All right, so yeah, Wyatt, a sweetheart. We're looking at it. We have Cryptor as L1. We have Velho, who is notorious for. I think he was up to 19 games at some point. I don't know. Simultaneous games. The Parabox as Argent, Fallen T as Soul. So it seems like there was no Custodians round 1. Wieners semifinals match. Wow, that's a nice name for the game. So what are some of the juicy moments you can tell us about, Bam Bam?
Honestly, we've only had our real first conflict the last round. We just started round 4 and we're about to do strategy cards. But at the end of round 3, Barony, Argent, and Soul all contended for Bacall at Alo Prima because everyone wanted a 6th planet for expand borders. We've really have mostly had control objectives, which has been not too much of a problem until now. Unfortunately, Barony was not able, or for Barony, I guess, they were not able to take the planet, and Argent and Soul were able to go split seas on, Argent scoring it off Imperial, then Soul taking it back after that.
Yeah, this is right here. We can see the sad Barony token. It's actually the DMZ up here as well.
Yep.
So Argent came in first. So Barony somehow was trying to contest it in the Soul slice. That's what they wanted.
Yep, it was either that. They have L1 support, and they could have gone into me, but I moved out of their way for their ceasefire for the round, so they could have a crack at the planet. At the time, it was just one Argent destroyer and a mech. I think, or an infantry. Either way, it was very beatable for a barony with all. Look at their tech for barony, by the way. I mean, they are
Let's
on
look
law.
at. Oh my gosh, what is? Oh wow, the L1
We had
Alliance, of course.
Yeah, we
I
had
mean,
Ixtian pop up too, and we all got tech. Uh, they just don't have Duranium. That's the only thing they're missing. They also had Mall of Worlds, I think, as well.
wow, they went
Oh, that was me,
Warsun NES Assault Cannon. That's a Velho. Yeah, yeah, very good. Very good. Hope sent a 4-0 red skip.
Yeah, and at the moment, as far as the game goes, we only have 2 players with custodian points. That's Argent and Soul.
Mhm.
Unless they support swap, I'm not sure any are going to come out to those players. They might. They honestly, what they should do is just support swap with each other and just say it's one of us to the end, because all of us are a little bit lagging behind here on these additional points that they don't seem to have a problem with.
Yeah, well, you're sprinting ahead into, it seems, round 4 now, and with those custodian points, no, they're still not threatening a win unless Shard comes out or something.
Not yet. It's just dependent. That support gets you a little bit more on. You can score the stage 2, or if you have a bad secret, that's an option. At least for me, I got a terrible secret. I'm not gonna. I need to get rid of it somehow. We missed a round of secrets because no Imperial was picked stage 2, so it's a little bit of you get lucky or you don't.
That's what's actually missing for Saul and Argent, because you see they have only one secret in
Oh,
hand,
that's
one
true, yeah.
scored. If they had actually, if they draw a scoreable secret and they have an action phase, they could theoretically close it with the 5 publics, because they both scored 3. No, they can't score the 5, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, they. All right. So you have 2 factions ahead, and they seem to be collaborating. Anything?
Yeah,
on...
and Velho actually has a window to maybe so at the start of this round, Crypto has Imperial, so he has light wave. He can do a lot of different things, but he's going to make a play on Mechatol, and the only thing that's going to be bad for him, and really unfortunate for Yin as well, is that Yin is going to be is right now last pick for round 4, and L1 will probably be last pick for round 5, even with this Imperial play here. So it's going to be very difficult for him. But Velho I'm assuming will pick politics once he logs back on again for round 5, and he has that relic that allows you to get an extra point if you find the Tome of Infidia. The Tome of Infidia is on Malice, and if he's able to break through Malice and get that extra point, and he already has support for the throne, and he'll have round 5 speak position, he can make a surprise, win here.
Yeah, well, it's a super heavy tech game, so I think you should have fireworks near the end. Yin with integrated economy. So sad. So sad for you, Wyatt. Oh no. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Look at all this plastic in reinforcements. Yeah. All right. Any words from the panelists? Games 152. Very solid players. Cryptors, Velho, Parabox. Played Truth played with all of them except Fallen T, and of course Bam Bam is also kind of, you and Velho are two competing for the infamous prize of most simultaneous games, I would say, right now.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm in 4 games with Velho, and he's always sitting to my right, every single one.
And well, he can't say anything. So you want an opportunity for propaganda? How horrible is he?
He's even with Mentech, he was a great partner. I would ask him, hey man, I just don't feel like being pillaged for this. Can you just not do it? And he would be like, yeah, sure, man.
You know what? I'll tell you one thing. You're really fun to play with, but you suck at being Larry David. I'll tell you that.
Honestly, I just need to watch a couple episodes and I just mimic whoever. People couldn't stand me when I was watching The Sopranos.
I just gave you a great opportunity to trash somebody. Larry David would have jumped on it. All right. Next, we have 148. All right. Lever Squatch.
Oh, that's me.
That is you. What do we have
Alright.
here?
So playing, we have Cleaner Code playing as Xcha, which is Mar. I think that's how you pronounce it. Playing as Titans. Tomfoolery as Arborak. Alpha Squid as Cabal. Roku as Hakan. And I am playing as Nalu.
Right, and Alpha Squid is a bot helper who is round one. We see him here already in Hakan Slice. Presumably that was by agreement, but we all know this was the first home system take. I understand there was some controversy about it, Liver Squatch.
Yeah, that's right. There definitely was an agreement made about Arnarlar, and so the first two objectives to come out were the 6 non-home planets and 3 empties, and I believe that I don't know exactly what the agreement that was made, but the long and short of it is that Roku found it acceptable because they were able to get custodians.
Yeah,
They picked Warfare to be able to intect Grav Drive, so that works out, I suppose.
And yet,
And yet, I do. There's one other notable thing I wanted to mention, which is while Arborek unfortunately did not score round one, they did follow politics and drew 2 killer cards for Arborek: Refit Troops and War Machine.
nice. Which
Pretty
gets
nice
them
for Arborek.
a lot of plastic and no points, and that's the story of Arborek. Lots of plastic, no points. Liver Squatch, you seems like round one you got dealt the cruel hand of trying to go to an empty and got Mirage to deny you the
That's
point.
That's correct, but then I realized 5 seconds later it gets me my 6th planet.
Ah, sweet. It's bittersweet. Then you got a DMZ on it too, which is not bad at all.
Yeah. I can't say I'm complaining too much about DMZ on Mirage's Nalu.
That's right, but I mean, yeah, the fighters. I mean, complaining is fun though. So this is round two.
This is round 2. Things look a little bit different on the board.
Yeah, there's all these Cabal ships in Hakan's home system. So
That's right. That's right.
You sold Alpha Squid to 0. Am I right about that? Or 0?
Yeah. I'll admit that Alpha and I had vague discussions of a Hakan elimination since Hakan was drafted.
Since he was, wow, that's pretty early. Wow, I mean Hakan looks very close to elimination here already. But what was the controversy? What was?
Well, the controversy was essentially that Roku felt like a home invasion was not honoring the deal of retreating out of Arnor lore.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fair. It's pretty fair.
I'm on Roku's side here, as Alpha Squid knows full well.
So that one fun thing, Roku dodges the elimination. They had the carrier on Rex from round 1, but you can see that it is now an Arborex slice. They rifted it to the safety of the Arborek.
Yeah,
which
is
a fun little play.
Cody saying deal versus spirit of the deal. It's not spirit of the deal, Cody. It's like you're planet swapping with someone, and then they're like, "But what? You left your home system open in the middle." I was planet swapping with you. You wouldn't be here if I didn't. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so they dodged.
So the story of how I ended up with 3 supports. So after Alpha Squid and I had divvied up Roku's slice, we support swapped. So that's 1. Last action of the round was going to be me activating the whatever system that is, Quan, and killing that last ground force of Roku's. but Roku convinced me not to by giving me their support. So that's number 2.
Okay. So now you
uh,
want them not to be eliminated.
Yeah, no, and very conveniently, I don't know if the cat's out of the bag completely, but there isn't much that can be done about it at this point. Roku has a nav suite and is going to go hang out in that supernova for the rest of the game.
Why? Why do they want to give you the support and hang out in the supernova?
I think they just want to like do everything they can to destroy the Cabal, and you can't do that when you're dead.
But
So you have a bit of a Cold War situation going on.
yeah, but Liver Squatch, and I'm on your team. We're fellow bugs in PBD 100, but
Yes.
you were complicit in the murdering of the Hakan home system, were you not?
Um. I won't. I should have prepared a statement on this. I would be a bad politician. I don't have any comment on my involvement.
Okay, great. It's lovely. Can you tell me why the Hakan home system has Cabal ships but no ground forces, but they didn't take the Hakan planet? That's kind of curious.
Okay. So the I think that Hakan off of a warfare build put down a bunch of down a bunch of ground forces on that planet, and so Cabal felt they had to commit everything onto those planets in order to win it.
But there's no space dock. Am I wrong?
To be honest, I don't remember.
Okay, well that's strange. Awesome, love it though.
So then my hero unlocks status phase round 2. I think there's never a better time to use it than the present. Maybe the most worthless hero, maybe second worthless is Cabal's. And
Sure.
so I play it, and after about a day of thinking, Cleaner Code decides that they're going to send me their support, which does not bode well.
No.
And
so you're at 6 now.
So I am at 6 uncomfortably.
And you don't have to tell us because that's secret information, but presumably you still have Gift of the Prescience, right? Because it's been played.
Yes,
before.
that's correct. I have it.
All right. So so you're now in the middle of round 4. Is that where you are?
Right we're at the top of round 3. I know the points don't look like it.
This is good. Wow. All right. Well, there has to be some. Yeah, Titans has some work to do. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is looking. I mean, Cabal.
You can say it.
No, it's looking very dire for everyone. This is a Nalu game. Yeah, that's what happens when Nalu is allowed to do this stuff. Yeah, it's looking great for you, Liver Squatch. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, well, I mentioned at the very beginning about journalistic integrity here, and I think all I can say on that topic is no comment.
Great. I love it, and I will say that I gambled on Alpha Squid to win this game, and I think that Alpha Squid's probably going to do a thing or two before it's over. Let's see what's the current state of the game. This is the current state of the game. This is the most recent update. So you now have trade. Roku have construction. Of course they do. They want that space up somewhere. Alpha Squid is with of course probably getting from Mechatol. Yeah, and Arborec. Oh my God, the area that's what happened. Yin and Arborec. Look at all this plastic. Beautiful plastic. Huge slice, Barragalerta, Corman, whatever you want, but no points.
Yeah.
And the Titans Alliance too. No points though. I know. Well, time to they're so far from Lightwing too. How are they going to get there? No way they're getting anywhere. Beta. Oh, the beta maybe. Through the beta. Sad times. Same times. All right. So let's liver squatch. That was eye opening. I learned some things about you. Great. Love it. Let's see what do we have next. What do we have next? Oh, this is coming, right? It's coming. It's going to be me. We have... It's going to be 149, 150, or 151. All right. 149. I knew it. Big Al.
Hey. All right. So 149 is the boat floaty table. We got Holy Teaspoon as Empyrean. We have my son is also named Bort as Hakan doing the Dark Pact Bull printing the money. We got Jazz Hands as Muat, probably the one standout in the tradies, but he's managed to sell fires, I think, 3 times this game. Has tried to
Absolutely.
sell it a few more times. We got myself, Big L, as Soul. K Ruthless Kyle playing the cheeky Goblin Yasaro, and Cody with the Nalu. And yeah, it has been a very boat floaty game. We had a most wonderful start to the boat floaty game, which was Empyrean taking Custodes round 1. With the help of pretty much everybody else, seeing, I believe, the agendas or knowing what they were, and having seed on top. So it was not orchestrated that everybody would be on 1 point, but it did end up being that with a bit of discussion. So everybody got guac in first agenda, seed of an empire. I mean,
I didn't score round 1. That
on
is
purpose.
what... On purpose to get... Because of seed.
Because of the boat floating. That's what I'm saying. Did you have politics? Like, I was trying to remember if you knew put seed on top or if you just
I got the info from Nalu, but I got it after I rifted to Mekatol.
Yeah. So everybody on 1. Hey. Oh, yeah, I was speaker, so Ruthless must have... anyway, it doesn't matter. So it was this true boat floaty. Let's finish in round 4. We've had nothing but controls thrown at us by Charles, the 7th player, God bless her. Populate the outer rim, make history, push boundaries, and intimidate council. We've just had our first spendy pop up, which is sway the council, spend the 8 influence. It didn't rise as smoothly as one would hope in a boat floating. Holy's had a bit of a hard time. Hakan more just on the secret side. We have Obsidian on Muat, and we have Shard on Yasaro. In the last agenda, we had a political censure as well. I suppose for me, I pretty much only remember what happened yesterday. So in the last week, we've had a round 3 where I got put off my what I will call my 9th point, because I haven't had the 10th point per se, by Nalu on Intimidate. Myself and Kyle, Yasaro, and Sol have been very much ride or die. My first secret was discard 5 action cards next to Yasaro, roll my eyes. Gaia promised him any card from my hand if he didn't mess with me, because we could see Magion coming very early, I think round 2. Which he abided by. And then I drew last to pass, which I had to pop my Euro for last round, and with nothing but Yasal's blessing. But in trying to score those 2, I've had to also meet Yasal's expectations as a good spouse does, allowing them to score Brave and kill my flagship, which has been fun.
Allowing them to score... Let's put it on the table. Allowing them to score Brave, allowing them to score Destroy the Greatest, and allowing them to score Edge System in your home system, and giving them your support back.
Yeah, I always give the support back, but yeah, let's be honest. Building that whole flagship,
Susan is like dying.
Destroyed was definitely a first. That was the extreme of my own boat floating. But now we find ourselves in a difficult position where Nalu's given 0 to Hakan. We have just had 6th pick round 4 of trade by Jazz, happened a few minutes ago. We're going to see if, I believe Hakan has the 0. They play 0 on tech. My path for a finish at the moment on Imperial would be Fleet Logistics onto Mechatol, popping for spend 8 before people do nasty stuff. The 0 token on a Khan, I have not done the math on, but it have a few secrets in hand. 1 secret in hand, a 1 point. No, Hakan can't actually get there. Nalu's path, though, will be taking Shard for an instant win off Yasaro. Yasaro opted to go for Diplo instead of leadership for the home base protection, knowing that Nalu had given up the 0.
And knowing that Nalu has their war sun right here and their flagship right here, Nalu went on a bit of a rampage. This is where the soul, Big Al soul, was crushed. I have been holding Mekatol from round 1, so no one has moved me from Mekatol. In round 1, I brought a single carrion with an infantry through the rift here. Then Yasariel sent a cruiser to score Make History. My carrier died, didn't get to retreat, and no one else has touched Mekatol since. So that's what happened.
Malice also remains untaken. That's
Well,
our holy Malice this game.
I lost 2 carriers to the rift trying to take Malice already. Yeah, we've had. I mean, I also like there were 2 rounds in a row where I climbed up to like 17 trade goods with like several very disgustingly dirty deals with Hakan. So I popped up this war sun and flagship, and here are the multiple war suns. You see all the fires of the Gashlai being all around. I had round 2 light wave war suns with 4 movements with Ether Stream, which is why my heart is so crushed that I'm at 6 here. Muad was with me at 6 before the last agenda, but he scored Drive the Debate and Political Censure by selling 0 to board. And Cody's saying in chat, Hakan could win with Shard and losing the carriage to the race was a brilliant move if you can take Shard later. Yeah, but yeah.
If you look at the number of war suns, the number of flagships with no flag objective, you get an idea of just how boat floating does lift an economy and definitely lift some boats more than others, which was mentioned in respect to 152.
I
Mentec
actually think that this
benefits
one
from lots of trading.
Yeah, I think this one was like. I mean, I think Muat messed up not scoring a secret last round. I kind of got screwed by the agenda. If I had scored round 1 and wasn't lost out of seed, I would be just in the same range with Shard now,
Well,
right?
given this is such a short game, I mean, literally, we should be a 4-round game. Tempo just matters that much more. You
Yeah.
really can't afford to be going in round 5 or on a swing round Imperial. I'll catch up. Yeah. So
Yeah, but because I got Mekatol with the custodian, and this is Big Al. This is where was not But I got custodian round 1 with Mekatol, and Make History is an objective, and I got to score the first. I didn't score Make History, and so that's why Yasariel started aggressively playing speaker games, which is why myself and Bort and Muat never got a chance at Imperial. That never came our way at all.
And to be honest, speaker games are far easier in POK because scoring objectives by simply following secondaries rather than relying on primaries is so much easier. And base, you'd have to take tech to get those tech objectives. Now you just get enigmatic or find other ways. Speaker games are far more prevalent, and with your Cyril, they have such benefit from speaker games. But I think also what you see is like if I prioritize VP and other than being point sniped by Cody, which fair enough, it is what it is, I would have been at 9, although that's not represented by plastic. So I think
you are very thin on plastic, so much so.
I go naked. I don't see the point in building plastic if I can run across the field naked with the dangly bits hanging. It's more fun.
You and Bort are the 2 big boat floaters. That's why I called it the boat floater bonanza. Bort always plays very thin on plastic, but he did drop his hero here, which I think is very wise because at this stage of the game with what's going on, if you were at 9 threatening a win, you would be facing elimination here, Big Al.
Yeah, exactly. I'm now hoping permission. I've done a 2-folded speech, one which is feigned deception because there's no deception at this level of play, and the other one is, hey, if you don't want Nalu or Yashal to win, you can let me win. So
yeah. Yeah, Susan punches holes in every boat hole. Yeah, so there was no combat that wasn't prearranged except for this Nalu Etzel battle in the empty.
Which is also because Nalu very unfortunately didn't score Intimidate off Imperial. They had a really bad dice roll and they could have got Intimidate off Imperial, and then this would have been Soul uncontested in status phase on Intimidate, but unfortunately Nala came out second best. So I'd even argue, but for the dice, the boat floating would have lasted another round. But admittedly, I would have then been on 9 going into...
You could have retreated. Cody's still angry in chat.
No.
You could have retreated.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, then Cody tried to score point block Yasarl, which then went to press the Big L button and got into the Big L home system, which was amazing.
Well, that was all discussed. Like, honestly, so Cody was, give me the support back. I get to score last to pass. I had to work with Cody a bit because they hadn't passed, but I had
With
organized
Kyle, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, with Cody as well. Because Cody had 2 counters in tactics, I think, and could have potentially gone Kyle last round. Kyle was concerned that Cody was coming for him last round.
Yeah.
Then I had trade convoys lined up with Bort as well. So I had another stall, but I used the Euro, it was free. And that's just save the money. Stop.
Very sad to see the Soul Hero doing no work.
Well, what was interesting, had I managed to do the Counter-Stroke play, your solid Counter-Stroke was going to sell it to Bort, who would then use it on me to then lift my token. I'd be able to go back at Cody's Warsun. It wasn't a combat I was favored to win, but it was just like outside play. But then Bort passed, which again allows me to score last to pass. So in my personal book, that's the win, is in a boat floating meta, being able to score last to pass and 5 AC next to a
Yasarl. That's very impressive. Yeah, I appreciate your... So here's where I am at. I have 5 tactic tokens. I have leadership. And I can't win this round. So I'm not going to let anyone play the game at all, I don't think. That's... So I think I have an opportunity to do some winemaking. So send your messages to me. I mean, Big Al's already given you a speech, but yeah, I can ruin some people's day. I probably can't win, but I can probably ruin someone's day. And Big Al, I'm more open to winemaking than I've ever been before, and I'm a little salty. So send me some sweet letters. Let's see where we end up here.
What I will say about winemaking, and I talk a lot about it, but I don't actually abide it. I think I've only ever directly wine made once and been made wine made once, which is what 1% of all games I've played. However, if it feels right, get in there. You know what I mean? You only live once. But if you feel a little bit sickly, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's better to just pass and walk away and have a breather. But yeah, when it's the right time, it's the right time. And then flip it and put a smile on your face.
Yeah, we'll see. Brassbird's telling me to do the wine make, but Brassbird, who to? That's the question I really need to know.
That's the thing. Nobody's ever won a game of POK without some level of table permission. Somebody who either gives up, doesn't give a toss, actively engages in winemaking, actively passes, choosing not to engage in windslaying. Board taking tech this round enables my potential 1 iota. I'm not sure what their plan is with tech, because I don't think he's got Lightwave, does he?
Board does not.
He's got a Lightwave. He won't get QDN. Thank God he didn't get QDN.
Yeah, Board doesn't like QDN, and I've seen him win with Hakan too. So he's got style.
Well, given the 7 in fleet, I think QDN would have been quite favorable. It was the major thing as we were going into last agenda that I was like, this changes everything. All right. Well.
All right. Well, thank you, Big Al. I think this was enough of this boat floaters nonsense. We still have 149 and 150 to cover. So the dice probably, I don't actually know what happens a lot in 149, 150, and 151. So let's see what's going to come up next. We have, it's 151. All right, Susan, let us have it.
Aye, so yeah, I've been sitting here just listening to talk about like floating boats and sharing planets, and that sounds so boring. That sounds so boring.
So 151, this is the game. So this is round 4. I jumped to the last one. This is the wrong order. So it has Hadoken, sad lost soul between sharks such as Fled Unicycle as Sardak, Expendable Crewman as Yin, Brassbird as Sar, the clan of Sar, Mr. Frox as Nomad, and then yourself, Susan, Notorious Home System Taker as Titans right next to it. And somehow Hadoken is doing fine, it seems. So, so tell us about this game. This is round 1, and then this is where the Mechatol pledge started. How did that happen?
So the Mechatol pledge didn't actually happen until round 2. Like round 1 was pretty basic, just fill out your slice, build some plastic, get some tech. No one went for Mechatol, and when it came to strat card pick for round 2, it became apparent that absolutely no one wanted to take Mechatol Rex because they were horrified of getting jumped by every other player on the board. And so, as a joke, I put forward a proposal that, we should all just refuse to take Mechatol. We should leave it unclaimed. I put up a vote, and to my shock and to my delight, every single person voted yes. So, Mechatol shall remain unclaimed, and if one person breaks, Holy Teaspoon, I'm hoping that you just put the biggest betrayer tag, on their profile until the end of time.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I mean, I think, I don't know. I think you'll do a good enough job. You've been pushing the propaganda. Bam Bam has been helping you. So this was the state of the board. Yin couldn't make it to Mechatol. So I'm trying to figure out why. Brassbird should have been on Mechatol right there. Like if I'm here, I will shoot right there. But for some reason, no. Nomad was rightfully concerned about you invading them because that's what you did next.
Yes, I made no secrets about my plan to invade Nomad as quickly as possible.
I thought Extra would be in trouble here because they were pretty thin on plastic. You took this equidistant with a space dog and a sleeper. Starduck is here sporting both equidistants with a space dog and of course no ships at all. But somehow that didn't happen. Why did you go towards Fox?
Well, I made peace with my PDS buddy. We are PDS ride or dies. We got each other's back, and we're just solid friends back to back against the world.
I would say that's beautiful, but you just gave so much shade for Big Al for all the boat floating. So
no. Pick a ride or die. Always pick one ride or die, and then murder the other 4 people.
This is the way. Make it a 2-horse race.
Yes.
Okay, so you were you squeezed Extra into the corner and you said, "Sit here, and I am going to go around the galaxy." And then you fought Nomad, and that turned out kind of poorly for you.
Yeah, it was. There was kind of a betrayal / misunderstanding from Yin. Yin says it was an honest misunderstanding that they made a deal with both Nomad and myself for use of their agent in this fight, and then they went with Nomad in the end because Nomad gave them more money than I did, which swung the battle. That plus really awful dice. It was a perfect storm of just awful dice on my part, and horrific use of the Yin agent at the precise moment in combat that it was required. So I lost cruisers, fighters, mechs, and it was just a disaster of an invasion.
Holy moly! Well, Expendable is not here to defend himself, so you could throw as much shade as you want. That's fine.
Oh no! Expendable is having a real bad time right now, as you will see in future slides.
Yeah. Future slides. You're giving a presentation. That's nice. I love it.
Yeah. So after the invasion failed against Nomad, I was a little upset. Also, Yin was looking a little big for their britches. They're Yin. They got integrated economy, and they were starting to push heavily into the SAR slice. And
there we go. There it is. Primor, Vegas, lots of infantry, the expendable way with integrated economy. Did you have Ixion? What's the source of all this tech?
Oh, we're just taking tech and concentrating on tech.
Okay.
I forget exactly how people got everything they had, but that's where a lot of our focus and efforts are going into.
So okay.
we- But yes, at the top of round 3, Yin invaded further into the Sar slice, and then there was a coordinated 3-way strike between myself, Sar, and Sardak into the Yin slice, where we gutted his central slice in a single pass. Yeah, Yin had the first activation, went into Sar, and then the next 3 activations were lose home system, lose Evera, and lose Wellen.
Wellen here is still untaken in this, but then Sardak jumped over here, I'm guessing.
So that was an unexpected thing. Yin made peace with Sardak, and so Sardak allowed, like, Wellen was completely naked, and Sardak just walked in with a single troop, and which wouldn't have been a problem because the reason that Yin was able to move around from planet to planet is because they had the Sar alliance, or the Sardak alliance.
Yeah.
Yes, and so they could not retake Wellen without losing that alliance, and they didn't have the ships in position to retake it.
What is going on here? Wow, Sar is... Wow, Brassbird, you naughty boy. You said to Expendable you're going to lay off his home system, left the mechs behind, took Dalbutha Shihan with the crown, with the tomb. What happened there?
Well, we're surrounding Yin.
And, oh no.
And we promised blood, and we're delivering.
Yeah, Yin jumped here, I guess took one planet, but couldn't take Vega Major. Oh, it's so rough. And Nomad parked a fighter over Mekato.
Yep.
Look at this.
Yes.
Oh my god. Extra PDS. PDS2, yeah. Plasma scoring. Space Dock 2, of course. 3 mechs, the flagship. Yeah, well, they're sitting nice in their like tiny turtle corridor right here. This is the corridor of turtle. This is where they walk from the sea to their home on Mekato, where they're not allowed in. You're just kicking them. This is like baby turtles walking into the sea, and
they lay the eggs in the sand.
Yeah, except when they come to lay the egg in the sand, there's like a group of maniacs who are like stomping on their head and say, "No, we can't go to Mekato." Okay, well. So what do we have with points? We have, oh my god, Expendable is at 1. And Fled's running away with it, right? Nobody's messed with Sardak. He like has an empire here.
So as you'll note, Imperial was not selected this round.
Yeah.
So both Imperial and Trade were not picked in round 4, and we have 2 spendies. We have 8 resources and 8 influence.
Which Sardak conveniently has already scored.
Yeah, because Sardak took Imperial last round, which is why they're up on points at the moment.
So, I think, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you should turn your murderous gaze onto your fellow bugs.
Nah, I mean...
Nah. Yeah, okay. You heard it here first, folks. There's going to be no murdering of bugs.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right. All right, well, what a wild game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this, Begal? That's definitely not a boat floater's bonanza.
No, it's definitely... But, I mean, end of the day, it's also people coming to those agreements and then having a social fabric, a social contract that they're abiding by. I do like the Yin home system as a 4-4, and Brassboard in chat saying you're not paying enough. But end of the day, it's going to be a longer game. I think that's also what happens. I personally am finding more and more that, whether you're playing business time boat floating or hell mode or morning Euro, they're all just like different difficulty settings. It's more about length of game, and I suppose how people like enjoying it. But it's also good to have that above table conversation, because if you're going to go hell mode and be kicking each other in the privates, you want to have people aware of what they're walking into and consent effectively above table, if not on the board.
Yeah, and to be clear, like Expendable is still a threat. Expendable is still Yin He has a ton of infantry on the planets that he is holding. He has the Sardak agent, so he could just
Commander,
bounce.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so he can bounce back,
All
builds.
carriers on thing Wellen. So you
Yeah,
can do
well,
what
he's
you
on Wellen, he's on Primer, he's on Vega Major, and he's on Ashtroth. So he can jump next into Nomad if he wants to. He's gonna keep bouncing around.
Yeah.
Rosswood might be doing him a favor if he does have integrated economy, you know. Rosswood was helping him out build some units when he comes back, you know. Putting his
Yeah.
tech together. Yeah, he's got integrated economy.
He does, except for the points. Brassbird, yeah, I now catching up on chat. Yeah, he was trying to. That's what I'm saying. He was trying to make a deal. He has Gamma Mama and integrated. He's trying to make a deal. Brassbird invaded the in-home system and then was saying like, "I'm gonna leave you alone, bro. Except you have to pay me what your planet is worth. You're not
what's
paying
funny,
me, then I'm just gonna eat your slice."
Yeah, so he didn't pay the 8 on the way in, but he can pay the 8 for Rug's call on the way out. And then get integrated for the fucking...
Well, great. So the Clanisar and Yin are engaged in like completely futile exchange of blows while they both lavish behind. Why is Nova doing so poorly? What's up, Frox? Look at all this plastic. Why no points?
I've had cruisers parked above like a chunk of his slice since round 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, with the lack of Imperial getting taken, everyone's secrets are shit. Like half of us like have secrets that rely on the agenda phase to score, which is never going to happen.
I don't know if it's never going to happen. I'm still waiting on that never. Yeah, but I see. Well, you know. What a weird and sad game.
Of never taking custodes is never having an agenda, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that. It's something we've seen a little bit in Hell mode recently, where people have, it's basically a star player camping on Mechatol round 1. Instead of spending the 6 trade goods to pay custodians, they opted to build plastic. And then by round 3, still hadn't taken Mechatol in almost a table balance, I suppose, motivation. But
Yeah.
this is far more orchestrated and kind of artistic. Makes
Yeah,
for
I
an
mean, you gotta finish this game though. I mean, so I'm gonna maybe Fled shoot. I mean, you Fled and Extra still are doing pretty well on points. Someone's gonna put the knife in the back of the table, take custodes, flip that Imperial, and get us out of this. Get us out of this nightmare.
Our
And
spirit is strong. Like you want to talk about
you
the
hate
beauty of
each
boat
other.
floating? What about the beauty of democracy, of coming together as one people and deciding to never take Mechatol?
That would be great, except you also are ruining each other's lives all the time. So I
Well,
don't know.
what you are now is a toilet
Like
going
democracy.
down clockwise because you're in the northern hemisphere due to Coriolis force down the bowl.
Boat sinking. Yeah, Arway's
Yeah.
right. And Frox is George Costanza. Poor Frox, my man. All right, let's go to game. Last but definitely not least, we are switching over to game 150. Is that true? Is that the number?
That is
Toron,
correct.
You've been waiting patiently. You were here first, and you also play Nalu.
I
You
believe
said-
Susan was just ahead of me.
Oh, okay. You were here very early. You've been waiting patiently. You also have quite an array of players. You have Tertero, our bot father, playing as Ian. We'll see how we'll hear. He has a coin jewel here in the equidistance. You have 2 bot helpers in Baldric and Fingolfin, and then of course Tonks, who I also root for her. She is my ally in 106, as we know, and the me playing Sar. So Torin, you also prepared a presentation. I'll put up signs when you have 5 minutes left, and then we'll do Q&A from the audience. So yeah, what's up with this game? Tell us.
This has been a wild game from the beginning. Not the craziest I've ever played, but certainly some excellent shenanigans. Right from round 1, the last pick was politics going to me. And immediately I sold it 2 to the right to Tonks.
You're
to
gonna
to
you're gonna tell me
secure
when to switch
my.
slides? Is there a clicker?
Yeah, yeah, you should.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
um, but we've had a very balanced game, all things considered. We've had a good bit of boat floating and a good bit of fighting. We've had a balanced set of objectives: one tech, one construction, one spendy, two control.
Yeah. So I
If you
see.
count ships as spendy, I guess.
Oh yeah, build a ship. Yeah, that's the spendy. We can see a big SAR fleet right here on a coin drill here. After round one, you
We've
built
also
but
had quite a
raise
bit
a
of
fleet.
fighting between SAR and Ghosts. I
Oh really?
believe Ghosts at one point had 4 industrials. I'm guessing, but and SAR would not let that happen. And those two have been feuding over it ever since.
There are no
In
industrials
addition,
in the ghost slice at all.
yeah, I think that's what he had. I don't know for sure. Um, we did
Okay.
not have any Imperial on round 2 or round 3,
I see. It's got
and
three trade
despite
goods right here.
everybody having DET and almost every single token being lifted, we only saw one derelict vessel just now in round 5.
Oh, you're in round 5 already.
That's
Wow.
right. We are already in round 5. In
Yeah.
addition, we had checks and balances come out, which has just been ruinous for multiple people. Tonks
Voted in.
definitely would have won in action phase, and they still win in action phase this round. If it were not for checks and balances.
Why does that card even exist? Why does it even exist? Yeah. So
Uh,
this is round 5. You have become a legend.
we we
You had
we
the agenda
had
that revealed another objective.
Yeah,
You
we had incentive program come out and printed centralized galactic trade, which immediately 4 people scored.
Yikes.
So like very high point game from round 4 on. So we have quite a few people in contention. If Tonks' home system is untouchable, and they have two unit upgrades, so if it gets to them, they've got it locked up. And they have one more secret that could be an action phase. But of course, we've got 3 people ahead of Tonks to win.
Right,
Me,
which is you, Elder
Fingofin,
Zero. Yeah.
and Sar.
Well, SAR, we can. I mean, sorry to me, but it does not seem like it's going to go SAR's way.
Yeah.
So let's cross him
Fingofin
out.
claims he does not have an action phase secret objective.
He would have to have an action. Well, he has no planets, too. Oh, Finn. What
Oh
has
yeah, Finn's
happened?
sad. Yeah, his war with Sar has left him in a poor position.
How did he fight SAR? I don't see what's going on.
He it's less that he fought Sar and more that he lost to Sar.
Yeah, here's the SAR ball parked over his. This is from round 4. Parked over his space dock in Vefet. Sad Finn. Here's Cormund occupied by SAR. SAR's been punching. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, Tonks. Proud of ya. Proud of ya. Look at that. Imperial with 8 to trade
Oh
goods.
yeah, Tonks has been a threat from the very beginning and has kept the pressure up.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, SAR was busy punching ghosts. And then Tonk started eating his slice as well, grabbing Atlas. Yikes!
my personal path to victory looks rocky, to say in the least. I need to
Right.
score an action phase and become a legend and a status phase. I have drawn exactly 3 secrets this game, so I am stuck with what I'm stuck with.
Become a
Um,
legend. Become a legend. That's hold the legendary planet. And there's, by the way,
no,
titles
no, no.
here.
That's the public, which is
Oh yeah,
for legendaries and
for
anomalies.
legendary. It's the second. Yeah. Right. It's the make history double two. So Tonks is for some reason in your slice as well, right here.
Yes, Tonks went in to grab Mirage for both unveil flagship and presumably to stop me from scoring Become a Legend.
Oh my
It's quite the
gosh.
mighty force above Mirage, but I might be able to poke it out from under her.
Tonks, you're a legend. I love it. Look at this.
Um,
Tonks is not only rocking the points, but she's all over this board.
oh
Look at
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Blockading a space dock here. Threatening enemies here.
I can reveal because I revealed it to the table when I was trying to convince them that Tonks was the threat and not me. That one of my secrets is have 2 relic frags,
Yeah.
and there are no relic frags at the table. So my only path to that is finding it with Scanlink,
Yeah.
which does not look awesome,
You
but you
also
never
are pretty
know.
low on planets. Yeah. What happened to
You never.
Baldric? Look at all this tech. Dread 2, NES, Duranium, Assault Cannon.
Valdric has been doing a great job of just keeping up, but he's never gotten any bonus points, and and he has a low initiative here. So
Yeah, he was lagging points, but he scored the 2-pointer, which is great for him, obviously. But he's,
unfortunately, everybody scored the 2-pointer. So
yeah, that's
things look
right.
pretty even, and it looks like it's between me, Tonks, and Finn, depending on who you are to believe.
If Finn wins this game, I mean,
It's
he
technically
has nothing.
possible.
He has
It's
nothing.
technically possible.
Yes, I agree, but he has nothing on the board. He has 2 Stroders at home and a carrier here. Oh, he's got all these dreads at home protecting home, I guess. All right, Finn. All right, Finn. You get a pass. But really, he has nothing. So he needs to score both his secrets. Imperial is already draws.
Yeah, Imperial's already gone off.
Yeah. He would need to score both of his secrets, and he claims Finn, Kyle, K. Ruthless lies all the time. So if it was Kyle, I would be like, sure, he's definitely lying, even when it's obvious. Finn Golfin, in my experience, does not lie very much. So
I believe him. I don't think he's got it, but you got to keep an eye out. You never know.
yeah,
I mean, I
that's
guess
right.
I don't have to keep an eye out because he always wins after me. But
Yeah, he wins after you. So but it's on you because Tonks has already done the work. She's, she doesn't need to be. Oh yeah, she doesn't need to be worried about you, I guess. Yeah, but you have a tough path to make history or whatever it's called, become a legend.
yeah.
What about Turtero? What has he been doing? Is it Mexico?
I think
He's scored a
Tortero's
third?
in a very similar position to Baldric in that he's kept up, but no bonus points, and I believe Tortero didn't score the 2-pointer,
No,
meaning
he
that
has a 1 bonus point, but no, not the 2-pointer. That's
yeah.
why he's on par with Baldric, basically 1 point behind. Ah, bummer. All right. Well, it seems like a fun game. So that's a good,
Yeah.
a good. But
I
yeah.
expect that we'll wrap up in the next week or 2.
All right. Well, I think I gambled Tonks. Oh, maybe Baldric to win this one, but very strong players all around. All right. I think that's everything. Right. That's Barony. I see. That's Barony. Yeah, Barony's story. Baldric, like, keeping up but not being able to score. All this deck. If Barony could make it go to round 6, Bam Bam was in that game when I was Barony and got to this position in round 6 where I had, like, 3 home systems and 2.5 slices. Still Bam Bam won, so you can give him that. But he had only his home system. That was enough. All right, so these are all 6 games of the tournament. And when did we start this? So that would be fun to check. I think it was early October. Now it's early November. Usually, these kinds of fast games, fast-ish games, async, take about a month, 4 weeks to 6 weeks. So apart from game 151, where they don't seem to want to end anywhere, I think all games are heading towards a closer. Oh, Squeaky Wheel Production. You can hear my squeaky wheel, my mouse squeaky wheel. Yeah, it was October 7th, so not even a month yet. Awesome. Here we go. October 7th, where we started. What do you all think we should do? So, of course, we'll do this, then we'll do final. What do you all think we should do for the final? How can we make it kind of exciting? Because streaming asyncs is a challenge, to say the least.
I don't know. You could set the channels to the top. I don't know.
Yeah.
If people wanted to follow that actively, which I don't know if they would.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we do. My thought was just to try to maybe play a game and then try to find like a time to do the last round of it with the people live or something like that.
Maybe.
All right. Any last words from any? I don't know if you all are still here. Big Al, any last words of wisdom?
Yeah. I got the theme music queued up, so I'll fill that role and say thank you for having us and Holy and all the team from the Async Discord. It's a crazily good, not to knock any of our other places we play, but people have struggled with other versions of this game over many years, and what you folk have done in the space of a few months is incredible. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really fun ride. Tortoro did all the work. I rip all the credit, and he makes my dreams come true. That's been our relationship. So it's been fun. And now, yeah, I think we'll see. We're kind of pushing against all the Discord limits for the final. Go fast. Do an interview every week. Yeah, I don't know. We're starting to push against all the Discord limits. So today I made our server into a community server, and I'll try to figure out if there are any tricks that we can use to continue expanding. Because at the rate we're growing,
I wonder if you could. Maybe you should reach out to Discord, see if you could get special status.
Yeah, I don't think we deserve it with like how many do we have right now?
We have 9 boosters. That's not nothing.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it's not nothing, but we have 581 members, which is awesome. But the TI4 online has 11,000 members, so we still have for special status. But RY says go fast. Yeah, our RYs and myself have started a game. Gotta go fast. It's supposed to be fast, and it's not going very fast. That's unfortunate.
That's how it tends to go.
Yeah.
In my experience.
The problem with Craft is it's always the slowest link, and that is just the nature of the async. Is all it takes is one person to be away for a day, and even if you were all taking 10 moves, it just ends.
Yeah, Aura says go regular speed. No, but I know that Tonks, for example, she's super fast. I can attest to it, but she also is in like a ridiculous number of games, like 15 games at least. But she's like traveling this week. Oh, Brassbird says we record a recap video of every round for the finals. Oh, that would be awesome. Maybe we'll do it together. I think that would be fun. I miss having our videos, Brassbird. Super dope. All right, thank you, Big Al.
Good.
Thank you, Torun.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you, Liver Squatch.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Happy to be here. Sink more boats.
Sink more boats. Thank you, Bam Bam. Larry David.
That's right. And thank you to everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, R-Wise. You're off our chat, and we will end the stream here.